Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another World of Warcraft video. This video we're playing Outlaw Rogue in Battle for Gildan Aeus. Here's my talents if you want to copy those. So the situation with Rogue specs right now is just going to be explained very poorly, but harshly, poorly, and without much information. So take it with a grain of salt, maybe. Anyway, Outlaw's the best. Assassination is the second best, and then, you know, actually, Sub might be better than Assassination now, because Assassination no longer applies healing reduction just through their base rotation. And by that I mean, whenever you don't have strictly the healing reduction poison on, you're not going to be really, you're not going to be doing a healing reduction, if any, so that's something to think about now. I believe it was just one of the changes in the new patch that did that, so... Whoops. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Let's go on the healer. Would be a good idea. Kick that. Blade Rush. Throw another Blade Flurry. Apparently I didn't kick that. Oh, it's because it was on cooldown. That's great. Damage is pretty good though. I'm gonna vanish. I don't know where our healer is. Oh wait. I thought that was a restoration buff. Okay. Yeah, we kind of lost this one. Hate to break it to you guys. We're gonna die here, then we'll discuss Outlaw a little bit more, and the Rogue specs in general. But pretty much, I think with the healing taken away from Assassination, it's just not going to be nearly as viable, because the healing reduction that was in place of Assassination was really useful, because Assassination had very high burst. They would apply healing reduction on top of their already damage over time effects, which pretty much counters heals over time, and just applies pressure over time as well. So without that healing reduction amplifying that pressure, it's going to be a little bit worse. And I guess if you run 3s, you're probably going to be running Wound Poison, and then just hoping your other DPS does damage, and maybe not spec into poisons as much. I don't know. But yeah, and then Sub. I haven't played Sub since I don't even know, a few patches ago maybe. From what I've played every time, it feels like it doesn't do enough damage. However, Nightblade, which is your Subtlety Rogue ability that just kind of, you know, it does damage over time, it does shadow damage. I'm pretty sure it applies a healing reduction now. That's built into the ability. So you're going to have a healing reduction on top of the damage already, compared to, I mean, Assassination, where you'd have to spec into the healing reduction. Or no, you can't even spec into the healing reduction anymore. You have to just use the healing reduction poison, which kind of sucks, honestly. I'm gonna use cooldowns here. See how hard I can hit the Warlock. It says they have the healer. Okay. Hopefully I don't get deleted here, and I do. Well, let's just hope we get away for some reason. Roll the bones. Just go on the warrior because we can. Really, ideally, we want to be hitting this guy. I'm just not for some reason. I tried. I can disarm this guy. If I had Cloak, I might be able to live, but who knows? Who knows what's happening? For some reason, I'm still alive. It's probably because I'm trying to use Feint and just not die, but I also have some Leech, but... Anyway, going back to the Rogue specs. Sub, where it doesn't even show Nightblade on this, that's odd. Will it? Right here. There it is. 10% healing, 15% healing reduction. And so Assassination just doesn't have that anymore, unless you spec into the poison. Let's see if I can open the poisons. Okay. So pretty much what used to happen is Deadly Poison would apply the healing reduction that Wound Poison does. So you'd only have to apply Deadly Poison and Crippling Poison. Now you have to apply Wound Poison and Crippling Poison. So you're going to be missing Deadly Poison, which is a lot of your damage. Unless they somehow bring that back. But... Yep, so now I'm playing Outlaw. What to take away from that? I'm playing Outlaw now. It's going to be pretty. I mean, I've had fun with Outlaw before. So, I don't see reason to just dislike it for some reason. He just used like every cooldown on himself, so we'll just go on the mage. And Outlaw can do very, very high damage. This is cooldowns on this guy. cloak, even though I probably shouldn't have. I can stun him after this. Oh yeah, another really good thing about Outlaws is the stuns you have. And the AoE damage you can just kind of pull off with Blade Flurry. Really, really strong. Oh, the healer. I need to watch my health. I'm gonna use some defensives here. I'm gonna vanish. Let's see. That's a good roll of bones. Go on this Demon Hunter. He has a tank though, so we probably don't want to be hitting him. I might charge in onto the Mistweaver here. Hopefully get a decent amount of damage on him. Just kidding. I'll get knocked away. We just have to watch who tries to actually hit me. I always forget that I have really good range. Another really good thing about Outlaws, though, you never really have to be in melee range. Like, you can just kind of be near the target, and your abilities will hit with certain talents. And also another thing about Outlaw, because there's so many good things about Outlaw, really. Your cooldowns come up really fucking often. Like, oh man, I don't like that. Let's vanish again. I think I vanished earlier and it's already back up. We're actually just gonna kind of run away. I mean, our healer's not here. Unless someone tries to focus me, which I highly doubt. Nice. So let's go over the positives of Outlaw. You have reduced cooldown reduction built into your spec through Restless Blades, which reduces the cooldown of any kind of longer than 30-second cooldown you have. This includes cooldowns you can spec into, such as Marked for Death, Blade Rush, Killing Spree. Any of those general spec'd into cooldowns, it will affect this. Reduces the cooldown of Sprint, Blade, Grapple, Vanish, just like everything pretty much, and that's why it's really good. It used to reduce the cooldown on Blind, but I believe they got rid of that because they realized it wasn't the best decision to reduce the cooldown of a really strong crowd control. So they did away with that. But now our damage is really high. I mean, you saw a few instances there where I just did a ton of damage. And Blade Flurry, I mean, if you're near more than one person or two people, Blade Flurry will, I'd say do plenty, really. I'll try and just kind of cleave these people, but awesome. I'm gonna go on the healer. Hopefully, yes. Good roll of bones proc. Still dead. That's fun. Okay, let's do it, healer. You and me, I'm just gonna stick near you, peel for you, do amazing things for you. Like that. Like so. Come back, healer. He's gone. He's off of you. Cooldowns. Blade Rush in. Oh my fucking god. This is why I play Outlaw, guys. This is reason number one. Just dirty. I don't know what else to say here. You wouldn't think a rogue would do this much damage, but they do. Interrupt that Rune of Power. You don't get that off. I'm gonna smoke on these guys offensively, see if it does much. I feel like I'm doing a lot, and then I just look at people's health. It just really doesn't move. So, I don't really know what to make of that either. I mean, I'm fairly confident I should just keep hitting this guy, but... The one thing I'm watching pretty carefully here is my health. Because if I really do get in a situation that I just need to get out of, I can just, like, vanish away. And Vanish is also on that reduced cooldown, as mentioned earlier. Holy shit. Okay. Damn. So this is one of those situations where I just like to point out Blade Flurry damage. Did the most damage in that fight. And of course Blade Flurry is not going to be the most useful in, say, Arena. But if you're an Outlaw Rogue in Battlegrounds, and I do Battlegrounds a lot, if you're in Battlegrounds, the damage will add up. You're pretty much just like, I'm pretty sure, I'd dare say, other than Assassination, just spamming Fan of Knives and putting Rupture and, like, Rupture and Garrote on everyone and Poisons on everyone, I'd say Outlaw probably has the best AoE potential out of all the Rogue specs. And the fact that it's, in my opinion, the most viable Rogue spec right now, just, I don't know. There's so many reasons to play Outlaw over the other specs now, so... yeah, if you guys like the video, like, subscribe, comment, bell thing, description. I'll see you guys later.